So there was a fight on the lawn of the White House, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. The most beautiful thing I've ever seen, well, next to Beyonce. The grass, the bushes were cut fine. The White House was looking immaculate. Dana White and Trump were walking through the White House to introduce the event. And as they were doing it, some flyer jets just flew over them. The scene looked exquisite. And the fights, oh my God, the fights were awesome. From the walkouts, y'all had UFC fighters doing their entrances through different parts of the White House. You got Sean O'Malley coming through the back door of the White House. Derek Lewis, the Black Beast, doing his walkout in the White House out of I don't know where it was in, maybe Abraham Lincoln's sex dungeon. That's where the Black Beast came through. And Derek Lewis, I am so disappointed. I'm so disappointed, but we'll get to that. I feel like as an American, I have to talk about UFC Freedom 250. 250. I thought America was older, to be honest. She's still a cougar, 250? Damn, but it's America. I thought she would be a little bit older than that. But let's start it off with the first fighter, Steve Garcia, the first American fighter to ever come through the White House, and also the first American fighter to get slept at the White House. Yep, Steve Garcia, he was doing good at first, but his opponent is Diego Lopez. See, at first, the way Steve Garcia was fighting, I thought like the Americans got a little bit of a zen boost because he was doing damage to Diego in the first round. But in the second round, Steve Garcia started to brawl, and Diego Lopez realized, hold up, I'm better at brawling. I can actually do this. And so he knocked out Steve Garcia bad. He had dropped him without, I think it was a left or a right, and then got on top of him and ground and pounded. Like, damn, man. You got knocked the fuck out on the White House lawn, internationally, in front of the world. The world can see this. You think Russia ain't looking at the UFC White House event? Gave Americans a bad look, but at the same time, it is Diego Lopez. You can be beating his ass, and he all of a sudden turned around in one sequence. Look what he did to Gene Silva. Diego Lopez, he's a bad boy. But next fight is two Americans. So at least one American got to win. And I knew exactly who was going to win when I read the names. You got Bo Nickal and Kyle Dorcas. Now, if you ask me who's going to win a fight, Kyle or Bo? In no world does a Kyle beat a Bo.
But I've got news for you, Cat.
There's no way. So I knew what was going to happen. I thought the fight was about to be a little bit boring because Bo Nickal, he's a wrestler. And he did get a takedown. But the referee did stand that shit up. He said, hell no. Y'all are in front of America. Y'all gonna get on y'all feet and fight. Ain't no mat humping. We Americans love fist fights. Think about it. As an American, have you ever tried to stop a fight unless you're a good person? No. You pull out your camera, and back in the day, you even used to say, world star, world star. So to have a fight on the White House is fitting for Americans because we some violent, fight-loving motherfuckers. We love Chuck Norris. We love Rocky Balboa. We love all that. So a fight in the White House is perfect for us. But Bo Nickal, he got stood up, and once he stood up, he knocked him out. Damn, Kyle Dorcas. I don't know much about you, but that's tough. But at least an American won. And I ain't even gonna lie, I didn't have a lot of Americans winning against these foreigners. For good reason, too. And matter of fact, the reason is probably the next fight. Yep, it is the next fight. Michael Chandler. Take that iron out your name. Don't disrespect Mike Tyson like that. Michael Pillow Chandler versus Roofy. And you know what happens when a man takes on a roofie? You get knocked out. You go to sleep. So I knew Michael Chandler was going to sleep when he took this roofie on, but I didn't know it was gonna be that bad. Michael Chandler, he looked washed. He was standing there waiting to get knocked out. He threw a few punches, but it was like, man, it was like you know what's gonna happen. You got a disease, and you know your dick finna fall off, but you just don't know when. And then it just falls off one day. That's what it's like. That's what he kicked him so hard, his balls flew off. And after this, I said, yeah, Americans ain't got a zen. I thought the White House would give us like a Super Saiyan boost. Like as an American, you fighting in DC, in front of the White House, in front of the president, in front of Mark Zuckerberg, in front of the chief of police. You fighting in front of all your fellow Americans. And to get knocked the fuck out in front of all your fellow Americans. That's gotta be tough. That's gotta be so tough. But Michael Chandler, we was expecting it. But what I wasn't expecting, the Black Beast versus the Hulk. Derek Lewis, in his last fight, he did give up, and he did crawl in the ball and get beat up by Waldo Cortez Acosta. But I expected him to feel shame from that. To say, damn, I got beat by a Dominican who says he's not black, he's a Dominican. As a black guy, you gotta, come on, man. You a nigga. You the only black guy at the White House. Cyril Gain don't count. He's French. You try and pass a bunt to him, he gonna French kiss it. He's not one of us. But Derek Lewis, damn, man. And the sad thing is, he was swinging at first. He was swinging. He just got tired. Fat ass, eating chicken nuggets, cheeseburgers, pizza, Subway, and not running enough, man. And Josh Hokett, he pieced him up, knocked him out bad, bro. And then he gonna get on the mic and say, Michelle Obama is a man. Bitch ass nigga, man, fuck you. Fuck you. Next, you gonna say Serena Williams a man. Man, get the fuck on talking about some chama on your mouth. And I believe that you cursed Ilia Taporia and Alex Pereira. I hope Alex Pereira fuck you up. I ain't even gonna lie. Man. But Sugar Sean O'Malley, the superstar, he got his highlight reel knockout that he was saying he was gonna get all week. Knocked the hell out of Amin Zahabi. And I knew Amin Zahabi was gonna get knocked out because GSP was in his corner looking worried as a bitch. He was, as soon as he was doing his walk, he was like, yeah. So yeah, I knew it was gonna happen. And then when I saw his game plan, how he was just, and then throwing leg kicks, and Joe Rogan was on the mic. Oh, look at those leg kicks though. Look, Sean O'Malley's calf is starting to get red. Next thing you know, Sean O'Malley, right hand, slipped him. And then as he was getting up from getting slipped, 1-2, salute. Oh, bruh, a salute after the fucking KO. Oh, yep. Give him the title shot. Sorry, Marab. I fuck with you, but give Sugar Sean the title shot. I don't care how much sugar he got in his tank, because Sugar Sean, you gotta be sweet, because why is you talking about Alex Pereira ass? Talking about he's thicker than a Miami, man, you tripping, superstar. But next fight, speaking of Mr. Thickums, Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gain. This was hard. I'm a Chama fan, bro, but it just looked like Cyril Gain was just too big for Alex Pereira. And the jabs, he was so elusive with the jabs, and you can tell they was hurting in the first round. The first round, Cyril Gain won, but Alex Pereira did have a few hits, so there was still hope. You thought that Alex Pereira got his distance down where he was at, but the second round, no. Alex Pereira, he walked into a jab, not a right, not a cross, a jab. He jumped into a jab that Cyril Gain just so happened to be jumping in at the same time, fell down, and then Cyril Gain ended it. I thought Ciryl Gane had pillow fist. Not even gonna lie. This hurts. It hurts. Tom Aspinall, I know Americans and Britons have not always been cool, but please knock this nigga out for America. Please knock this nigga out for America. But we got the thing that blew my mind and made me believe that the White House did give the Americans a boost. Justin Gaethje beat Ilia Topuria.
Oh, I'm hurt.
You know how crazy that is? That's like me saying the Knicks won the finals. And they did. The Knicks are some choke. Man, I hate Knickers, man. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I do not like the Knicks as a team. And don't get me wrong, I do like that Justin Gaethje won this because I'm American, but I was rooting for Ilia. I would have bet both my nuts that Ilia was gonna win. Damn, I lost my kids because Justin Gaethje brutalized him. He made his face inflatable. This man went from being handsome to a troll. He chopped Ilia Topuria, made his eyes swell up, lips big as hell. We've never seen Ilia like this. He beat Max Holloway, Charles Oliveira, Volkanovski, but he lost to Justin Gaethje. And Justin Gaethje lost to Charles Oliveira and Max Holloway. MMA math makes no fucking sense. How could this happen? How? I thought that Ilia had it in the second round with the body shots against the cage. But no, Justin Gaethje survived it. In the third round, Ilia was gassed. He took the round off and Justin was doing Justin things. And Ilia, he was in his corner. The doctor tried to stop it, but the ref said, hell no, this is a White House event. Fuck you talking about? He went on for the fourth round, and then Ilia got on the bench. He was like, no mas. No mas. And then the fight was stopped. Where does Ilia Topuria go from here? His whole stick was being the champ. He envisioned the win before it happened. Your vision didn't work. You must got the MCU vision. It's trash now. Just getting your gym snatched. And then Bud Crawford. Man, shout out Bud Crawford, man. But he said, this the guy that was going to say he knocked me out? He said he was going to knock me and Shakur out. Bullshit. Now I know your character. But then Conor McGregor said he lost in an MMA fight. You boxers are too pussy to get in the MMA fights. Conor McGregor taking up for Ilia Topuria. Dad coming to the rescue. But then Terrence gonna say some shut your drunk ass up and worry about and worry about winning your fight. Yeah. Shout out to Bud Crawford. You can't really say anything. Bud Crawford, he retired undefeated. But at the same time, it wasn't boxing that was on the White House. It was UFC. But shout out to Terrence Crawford. But Ilia, please bounce back from this because you're still one of my favorite fighters. But this is the White House card. Justin man, I switched up so fast. You know that meme of Gilbert Arenas switching jersey? When I saw Justin Gaethje winning, I was like, oh, no la leyenda. Born in the USA. Well, yeah, man, I switched up so fucking fast, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Bro, I went from Spain to home real quick. But the American underdog beat the Spanish bull. Justin Gaethje needs a holiday, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. But until next time, I'll see y'all later. Love you. Peace.